date. And let me back up a little bit. When my marriage broke up, I was married 30 years. Yeah, a couple years after it broke up, I decided it was time to find a new man. But things have changed in 30 years. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I knew not to expect a rom-com, because let's be honest, rom-coms have ruined more lives than crack cocaine. You know, do you remember Sleepless in Seattle? And she's a Yankee fan, she's his soulmate. Really? Is that all it takes? Because you could just, like, hang out in a tavern in the Bronx. I mean, but I digress. What's changed is everybody I know is in a state of anxiety over minuscule texting decisions. You know, you meet somebody, should I text? I don't know. What if I use 2 exclamation points? Will I seem thirsty? And the other thing that's changed is hookup culture. As if we do not have a deep need for actual connection, right? No, we're just trilling. As if alienation is manageable. So I don't know how to play it cool. It's not what I do. And I thought, I don't know how to play this game. And so I channeled the, queen of rom-coms, Carrie Bradshaw, and I put it in the form of a question: will breaking the rules lead to true love? Which is how I ended up breaking 7 rules. What happened was, I saw a guy on OkCupid, and I sent him a message, which, rule 1, the woman is supposed to be the object of pursuit, not the pursuer. Broke that rule. And, we started talking, and he gave me his number. I called him, couldn't really hear very well, so I asked him out. Rule 2, right? Rom-com rule 2. The guy's supposed to ask you out, you're supposed to not want to, but your friends somehow trick you. And we were going to meet for coffee, but then my son stopped by with his dog. He said, can you keep my dog a couple days? So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just invite him? We'll go hiking with the dog. So I invited him over to my house, okay? That's not even a rom-com rule. That's like a real rule. You guys, because what if he's a serial killer? And, if you look at the research, what women fear most about online dates is a serial killer. And what men fear most is a fat lady. So I figure I'm safe. Like, what are the odds, that we'll both... Okay. So he shows up, and we go for this hike, and there's a place where you're crossing a culvert, and it was like in a rom-com, we would have crossed over doing the moringa. Right? Name the movie. Dirty Dancing. Who got it? And I would have fallen into his arm, but no, we made it across fine. And then and then in the rom-com, we're on rule 5, I think. He would have been called away because he would have been like a fireman or a pediatric oncologist. There would have been. Thanks, Bree. And but he was a writer. They don't. Typically are not paged like some guy in Manioc needs an adverb. So the date did not end, and I invited him out for a drink. So we went to McMiniman's, we drank all the drinks, and I decided to kiss him, and not the rom-com where you kind of, but then you don't, and then I thought, when we kissed, we kind of made out, and then, I thought, well, just like Jamie couldn't drive home drunk, I couldn't send this guy home drunk, so I invited him over. Breaking rom-com rule number 7, because this is where there's supposed to be the heartbreaking obstacle where you find out that he's into polyamory or supply side economics. But that didn't happen, and so blah, blah, blah. But he goes home, and now here's the thing where I realized we weren't even in the same movie. Because while I'm basking in the afterglow, he goes home and deletes his OkCupid profile. Like, he not only didn't want to ever see me again, he never wanted to date again. We weren't even in the same genre, you know? While I'm joyfully subverting the conventions of the rom-com, he's trapped in the script of misery. So I never saw him again, but when I think about it, I have no regrets because I make my own rules.